Hey guys, it's Nathan. Welcome back to day 214 of 1 Year With Me, the first one in 2016, the new year. I recorded the last one almost in 2016. It was about 20-25 minutes before the ball dropped yesterday. And yeah, this one's the first one on the actual 2016 year on the calendar, so I still have yet to hang up my awesome Doctor Who calendar. Some of you guys have noticed and pointed out to me in real life that my calendar changed every month and that it was kind of a subtle little detail. Well, yes, that's one of the things I'm planning on doing this time. I just didn't have time to put it up today. So I do have the new calendar to change on the daily or on the monthly. So one of the cool things that happened today was I got to hang out with Andy for most of the day. Ended up going out to Woodfield Mall, looking around out there for a little bit, and then I got some stuff there I'm going to show you guys in a second. After that, we ended up going to Portillo's for lunch because we haven't been to Portillo's in a while. Thanks, Andy. And then we ended up just kind of hanging out. We went to Rocket Fizz, which is like a cool candy soda store. Grabbed some taffy, like some random candy, some butterscotch soda, which is probably going to be pretty good. I haven't tried it yet. And then just kind of hung around for a little bit longer and ended up going to Target for like 2 seconds to look for something. They didn't have it, but I found something else, and I should actually probably have grabbed that. And then just headed home. So I want to grab real quick what I got at Target. So this is going to be one of the rare times I go off camera completely. But I'm going to go over here. Alrighty, I got it. So you guys might know, as evidenced by the advent calendar, I'm a huge fan of LEGO minifigures. And there was one out of wave, I want to say it was like series 13. It was the one with the king and the unicorn that I missed. And it was a hot dog guy. And when I went to Target with Andy, they had a bunch of the old figures there. So I started like sifting through the bags, and I eventually found the hot dog guy. I don't know if you guys can see that super well, but he's literally just a Lego guy in a hot dog suit. And he's freaking adorable. And I couldn't believe that I found him, to be completely honest with you, because that was one of the figures that has eluded me for the longest time, and I finally got it, so awesome. Thanks for Andy for sitting around with me for like 5 minutes while I sifted through all the figures trying to find a piece. The second thing, though, and the big thing, is what I picked up at Woodfield, because today is January 1st, which means it's the time that all of the new LEGO sets for the year come out, and one of those things is new Bionicles. So this is one right here. This is Kopaka and Milim. This is a combination set, so it actually gives you Kopaka as a Toa, and then it gives you this little like bird thing called Milim down here. And this is the only one that I currently have built, as if you didn't think I would have gotten more. So this is how Kopaka turned out. He's got the cool little ice gun. He's got his crazy looking like javelin sword. I like how they give him an extra little ammo clip down here on the side. And the way that these figures work now is they have this thing on the back called a unity brick, and this actually allows them to combine with the little guys, which is why they do it. So I have the little guy, Milim. Well, as I drop him, I have the little guy, Milim, right here. He's just a little like bird thing. You can lift it up on the back, and there's a little action feature where his arms move in and out. But if you lift this up and you tilt his legs back just a little bit, you can clip him onto Kopaka's back and then lower it over the mask and then move his arm pieces over to the shoulders. This is the first time I'm actually doing this, so forgive me if this is a little bit choppy and unprofessional, but I wanted to show you guys what they do. And as you can see, it like combines with him and gives him more armor. He's supposed to have, there's a gold variant of the mask that goes on under this instead, but I think it looks pretty cool. You know, it's an interesting way to do a combination set, and it makes it super easy so that any of the figures can combine with any of the figures. I just want to stand these guys up real quick over here so that I can show you the rest of it without having to worry about how these guys are standing. But the other cool thing is the action feature actually kind of got removed and kind of didn't. Where there's a gear down here on the back, kind of like where his butt should be basically, and there's a gear on the waistline right here, so that when you rotate the gear down here, it rotates his entire upper body. So as you can see, I'm just turning a little gear, and it's turning the entirety of his upper body around, which is pretty cool. It's not super great, like I won't lie, it's not incredibly impressive, but I will say that these figures are super posable so far. And even Jang Bricks, who is one of the LEGO guys I watch, he reviewed Pohatu, and he said that this is probably the Bionicle line with the best range of motion ever. So obviously I had to get the rest of them. So I ended up picking up Tahu, which is right here. I have not built him yet. He's up next. I did not get the little ones. There are little ones to go with every big guy. I did not get the little ones because I wanted to save some money. So I'll show you this guy last. I'm going through the bag here. This one is Onua. He's the new Toa of Earth. I hope you guys can see these all right. And then if I scroll through right here, this is Liwa's new form. Liwa, the Jungle Toa. And then going down, there's only a couple more. There's Gali, who is the new version of the Water Toa, which is awesome. She's the girl. And then the last Toa is Pohatu. This is the one that Jang Bricks has reviewed at this point. I think this is in frame. Yes, it is. Okay. And then the final one is I picked up the big thing, is the bad guy, Umarak the Hunter. And he's really cool because if you've noticed, the packaging has changed. It's all green at the top now and it has a new mask on it. It's not the Mask of Creation, which is over here on Akimu. It is the Mask of Control this year, is the new one, the bad guy mask. So, yeah, I had to get this one at least because this was actually the last one. By the time I went back to the LEGO store on my way out, this was gone. They had sold out of this guy. So, I have all the new ones. I just gotta find time to build them all. I definitely wanted to build Kopaka first, though. He's always been my favorite. I mean, I don't know whether or not I like the new ones compared to the old ones, though. Because these, if I pull this off my shelf here, this one, like, it reminds me more of Bionicle, even though they're a bit more, like, blocky and, like, you know, I guess less Bionicle looking. It's still fit with me a little bit more, if you know what I mean. Like, the new ones, they look cool, but at the same time, they're almost too detailed. Like, it almost goes a little bit overboard with the detail and the molding, and I'm not saying that's necessarily a horrible thing, because it looks cool still, but it's a little bit less, you know, cool to me than those, I guess. Those just look striking. These just look a little bit like there's too much going on, but anywho, I'm not here to review the entire wave, and I'm probably drowning on. This video is probably at least 5 minutes long by now, so I'm going to get this edited, uploaded, and ready to go, and then I'm going to see if I can get in building one more of these before I go to bed. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Please subscribe to follow the journey, and check me out on Facebook if you want to keep up. And like always, I will see you guys tomorrow.